No Chid Smooth in here, right? So whatever you
Okay,
say,
you know Chid gonna have everything up there.
whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man.
But
I like Chid.
come on. Here's my issue with Van. I think Van's one of those people that thinks Lil Wayne could be Jay-Z in a Verzuz.
Not Lil Wayne, but Kanye. Not Lil Wayne. Hold on for a second. Not Lil Wayne, but we talking 20 records.
Kanye can't play non-secular music, so he could just play Donda and yay.
Get out of here. We talking about regular shit. So look, if a Verzuz is 20 records, it's just 20 records, bro. I'm not Hove. Can't nobody match Hove career. No one. Not just nobody in rap. I'm talking about like very few people in music can match Hove career. But if we just talking about 20 records, you mean to tell me Kanye can't put together 20 records that could beat Jay-Z's best 20 records?
I'm not saying, of course he could put together 20 records, but to beat him, I don't know, bro. Because listen, this is what people are leaving out, right? It's when you're on that stage, man. Is like I told somebody the other day. I saw the Wayne versus Drake show, right? And,
you were the tour manager, I believe.
No, I was not the tour manager. I saw,
if I remember correctly,
I saw that show, right? And at that show, it became clear to me, like, oh shit, like a lot of these records that Wayne is performing don't really hit live like that. Like if you go from Fireman to go Fireman.
Yeah, what you talking about? Yeah, I gotta hear what you're talking about. Like what records don't hit live?
Okay, like Fireman didn't do it for me when I saw it perform live. For me,
yeah,
that's
but Wayne would never play Fireman in the Versus though, ever.
I don't know about that.
Go DJ. Go DJ didn't ring off like that for me. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, and then it's like a lot of his dope verses are features on other records. So it's like the other artists aren't there to perform it. So it's like you just do a verse and it cuts off. So it was like it didn't really hit the way it was supposed to hit. And that to me was like, damn, like. So when I see people saying like stand in front of Hove, I'm like, yo, that's not easy to do because he got a lot of records by himself that's monsters.
And I see everyone saying mixtape Wayne, and I'm from that era. Like mixtape Wayne to me is the best mixtape artist ever. I just don't know if you wasn't around for that mixtape Wayne era, if any of that shit is gonna hit in Versus period. If you wasn't around for that 4 years, like for real, is that shit gonna matter on a Versus stage at all? Like
so I guess my thing with that is
like is the Get Low Wayne, is that gonna matter in a Versus? Like
well, so I guess my thing is, so we always say this about other artists, will their records matter in the Versus? So we're saying that everything that Jay-Z plays, there's no Jay-Z record that was hot for the moment, but that wouldn't matter now. Because I think that there is. I think that
I mean, it's all subjective. It's all like at the end of the day, all of this shit is subjective. How
just
you feel
fun,
about the record, you know what I mean? But it will be, and I'm, you know, people call us biased or call me biased, whatever. But it's gonna be very hard for any artist to stand in front of Jay-Z and put together 20 joints and perform them, and like have people feeling like, oh, he outdid Jay tonight. Like that's not easy to do, bro. That's not for any artist, Kanye, Wayne, anybody.
Jay's words was nobody could stand on the stage with me.
Well, what is he supposed to say?
With all, I get it, but with all due respect to Jay, it's a lot of amazing hip hop out there, and there are definitely people who gonna go 20 for 20. And I personally think, I'm gonna be honest with you, Kanye's best 20 records, bro, his best 20 records, like at the height of Kanye, is the best hip hop music I ever heard. For me, you know, like
that's the best hip hop music you've ever heard. Is Kanye at his peak?
Peak Kanye is the best hip hop music I've ever heard. Like for me, it's not the best rapping. All right, it's not it might not even be necessarily the hardest stuff, but it was the most intricate, the most moving, the most important hip hop I ever heard when he was at his peak. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna agree with Van. Personally, I'm gonna agree with Van.
You know, like but you know, at the same time, Like just like I think we limit Hov sometimes when we just talk about hip hop and rap. Nobody has had the music career. I talk about people that Hov has had. So I think best 20 records, Kanye's best 20 records, man, that's gonna be some beautiful fucking music, bro.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it would be. Of course, it's one of the greatest artists that we have ever in our culture. So I mean, the music, of course, is gonna be amazing. But as we've seen from that Verzuz stage, it's more than just the music.
And how the shit goes next to each other. Like, cool, Kanye, I'm sure Stronger was one of his #1 records. If he plays Stronger against Can I Live is washing Stronger.
But what if you
Like-
didn't play? But what if he played Can I Live and you didn't play Stronger? What if he played Can I Live and you played We Major? Like, what if he played
Can I Live is washing
Can I?
We Major.
I don't think so. I don't think.
Wait,
Can
what
I
are you
Live
talking
is
about?
I don't think Can I Live is washing We Major, bro. I really
Can I
don't.
Live might wash every Kanye West song ever, and this is coming.
Yo,
from
and you know what?
Kanye
I
West
said, listen, you know what's
Let me
funny?
ask you,
I said I wasn't gonna fall into this debate. I said this to myself. I
I
said,
know I tried to trap you here.
I'm
Well,
never.
we're not gonna have this on the podcast. So
Never.
let's have it
I
on live.
never want to talk about this because first of all, it's never gonna happen. We're never gonna see it, so it's never
Ever.
gonna happen. But it's just interesting to hear people say, you know, artists and throw records out. You know, it's all entertainment at the end of the day, and it's music, so it's all subjective. But it's the reason that that will never happen because it's going to be bad for somebody standing in front of Jay-Z like that, man. It's going to be bad. Like some egos are going to be hurt.
I don't think egos will be hurt because
Egos will be hurt.
nobody stands up next to Jay-Z. Jay-Z is the king of hip hop.
Listen, Can't Tell Me Nothing is one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. I feel like he could play Can't Tell Me Nothing, and if Hov put on Where I'm From right after, Hov might win that round.
Listen, man, I was
Just when that beat,
bro. That's when y'all say stuff like that. That's when I start to think y'all biased because.
But I said I was biased.
Right, but what I'm saying is that like, bro, like All of the Lights, like Kanye got amazing, timeless, amazing hip hop music, and
Sure.
it's not. And Jay has it too, but Where We From is a hard record, bro. It's a hard record, but it's not fucking with. Come on, man, it's not fucking with. Well, you can't tell me nothing, bro. Come on. Where I'm From is a hard record. It's a super.
I'm saying on that Verzuz stage, if they do that shit in the Garden too, and the crowd reacts, it might look a little different. That la da da may not get it off.
No, listen,
drums
man.
coming.
Do you know why the whole R. Kelly Jay-Z beef happened?
Because of Maul.
Maul, you did it. That was your fault.
Definitely.
Maul, what did you do, bro?
I didn't do anything. But it started. It happened because when they was doing the shows and the way it was set up, it was almost like a Verzuz.
Mm-hmm.
Like R. Kelly would do a record, Jay would come out do a record. You know what I mean? So it was almost like back then. It was almost kind of like what Verzuz is now. And R. Kelly didn't like the response that he was getting from the crowd when he would perform. Like he felt like he wasn't getting the same love and same, you know, like fanfare or whatever that Jay was getting when he would perform his record. Mm-hmm. So then when it was at the Garden, obviously it's the Garden, it's Jay-Z's home. Like, of course, people are there. They're excited to see Jay. Mm-hmm. And that's what R. Kelly said. Somebody in the crowd pointed a gun at him and he went crazy. But it was really all because the fans weren't as excited when R. Kelly was doing his records. So, and this is, again, it's R&B versus rap, so it's a little different, but it's still R. Kelly. You know what I mean? Like, he's canceled now, whatever, say what you will, but he is one of the greatest
No, he's
R&B.
canceled. Not say what you will.
I'm just saying, he's one of the greatest R&B. No, he's definitely canceled.
Protect the bag.
Canceled, but I'm just saying, he's canceled for sure. But he's also responsible for all of the R&B probably from our generation. You know what I mean? Sure. So it's like, he wasn't feeling the love that he was receiving.
Yeah.
So for artists to stand on, I'm just saying, when you stand on the stage with Jay, it's just levels. Like all of these artists that I see people naming these lists, they're great artists. Like, you know, Wayne is a great, Kanye is a great. Like, they're great artists. I think it's just levels, man. It's just levels to that shit. And I don't know, man. I don't even know why.
And you feel like so if you say that there's levels, so you feel like there's everybody else's levels, and then Hov must be a level above everyone because if we're talking about Kanye West right now. Like, and so since we're talking about Kanye West, like maybe the most consequential hip hop artist since he came out, maybe, I don't know. So if you're saying levels, you're just saying there's a level that Hov is not on. I'm not hating on the opinion that nobody else is on.
I just feel like because we don't, Jay's presence on stage to me is just, it's just different.
Right.
Standing there telling him to play his records and perform his verses, and it's just different, man. It's just levels to that shit. You know what I mean? I love, like I said, the artists that people are naming, Wayne and Kanye. Like, of course, these are goats. You know what I mean? Like I don't think nobody's debating that. I just think that, it's just levels. Like, those guys look to Jay. You know what I mean? Like, they look at Jay like, yo, he's the guy. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, so you're not saying that these guys don't have records. Absolutely. Like, Kanye has more than 20 records he can perform that the arena would go crazy for. Wayne has more than 20 records that he can perform that the arena go crazy. But it's just a different level when you start talking about, now tell Jay to perform a record. It's just a different level, bro. It's just a different level of star power. It's a different level of, music, the catalog, the depth of the catalog. We talking from the 90s to
That's
now.
and see that's my point. I remember when I went to see Jay and Mary J. Blige, Hov did this thing where during his set he played all the records that he could have played. You know what I mean?
I was at that concert too. He pushed Just Blaze off the turntables and he
pretended and I was thinking to myself, that was years ago. I was thinking to myself, even when that happened, I was like, God damn, this motherfucker got some records. Because every time he would do that, the crowd would get hyped, and then he'd be like, nah, and then he went into his real set. So I get it in the longevity. Jay-Z has redefined hip hop and what a hip hop career means. Like, he totally changed it. Like, he totally changed what that means. Having said that, I just think of taking the best songs off College Dropout, Graduation, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Late Registration, and then just I think of taking the best songs and putting together 20 songs, and it's hard. But it'll never happen because, I don't think they'll ever do that. But that would be the most monumental one. If they did that, how many in the live? If it was Kanye versus Drake versus Jay, how many?
I don't. The live wouldn't be able to. The live wouldn't.
You're not gonna even be able. The internet probably wouldn't handle that shit.
That you would have to watch that. Yeah, you would have to watch that on Apple TV or the Triller app. Like, you couldn't. I don't think IG Live would be able to sustain that traffic.
But do people go to that concert?
Absolutely.
Okay, I said absolutely about the Kanye and Drake concert, but they was fucking damn near giving away tickets at
It's a disaster.
No one bought tickets to that shit.
It was a disaster. Also, it was hard.
You kind of proving my point, bro. It's level.
You want to stay in the house and watch your shit.
No, I'm just saying, if Jay is on the bill, it's different. It's a difference, bro. It's a difference. When Jay is on that bill, it's different, man.
You can't say that right now in 2021 that Drake is not on the ticket selling level of Jay-Z. You can't say that.
That's not what I'm saying.
He's probably bigger than Jay.
Bigger,
I'm just saying, not in.
That's not what I'm saying. That's
selling tickets in 2021. People are going.
Of course, he's the biggest artist in music.
In music,
absolutely.
Period. Fuck rap.
Right. In music, all across all genres, he's the biggest artist in music.
How come Drake? How come nobody ever brings up Drake when we're having these discussions? Wouldn't Drake be the logical choice to say that? I mean, with the hit making that he's, how come nobody brings up Drake when we're having these?
Because Drake is a weird matchup against the rapper.
Yeah, it's weird because Drake is I don't put Drake in a rapper box. Yes, Drake can rap his ass off, but I don't put him in a rapper box. Now, if you're telling Drake to pick 20 of his rap records and put them against Jay, like, it
doesn't work.
If Drake has 20 rap records for sure. Like, we know that. But his magic is the fact that he can sing, a lot of melodies and his hooks and things like that. Like, Drake does things with music that Jay can't do. I mean, I'm pretty sure Jay would like to sing on the hook, but people will look at him like, "Yo, this ain't what you do, though, man." Like,
don't do that. He sung on 444. Don't do that.
Yeah, he sung a little bit on it.
I'm just saying, but it's still like it would be.
He sung a whole Smile hook and then rapped about your brother getting locked up. Don't do that.
Yeah, but it's still like a little like, this ain't Jay, man. What he on? Like, it's just kind of awkward hearing him sing, but that's the power of Drake. He can do all of that shit, and it sounds amazing. So yeah, I mean, Drake would be a logical choice as well.
But Kanye, you could make that point too. Obviously, he has more of a rap catalog than I think Drake does. But half of Kanye's career is singing.
The back half, yeah. I mean, the back half, yeah. But it's still, to me, Kanye got enough rap shit that he could go. I do think if we were to match Hove against somebody and we took them out of the rap category, I think a Hove versus Dre matchup would be interesting. If you just let
Dre?
Dr. Dre.
It's a weird matchup.
Yeah,
It's super weird. It's super weird because it's a producer versus a rapper. But if it's like a little bit of a cheat code. Because to me, the way the New York bias works is that y'all will never admit that anybody can beat Jay-Z. Let's just be honest with you.
Okay, what if it's not a bias? What if it's a fact?
It's some bias.
There's nobody that raps better than Jay-Z, bro. There's
nobody that raps better than Jay-Z.
If you're checking off every single box, no.
No. Hold on, wait. That's two different things. If you're saying
who raps better than Jay-Z?
Wait, so if you're saying there's nobody who's had a better rap career,
who raps better than Jay-Z?
You're checking off every. Fuck accolades. I'm talking about every box when it comes to making rap songs.
I think Andre 3000 raps better than Jay-Z. I think I'm talking about bar for bar. We just talking about spitting.
It's not enough. We didn't hear enough.
I think Andre 3000 raps better than Jay-Z.
We need more raps. It's not enough. We don't have enough to go off of. What we going off of this Outkast?
To be honest with you, I think there's plenty niggas, to be real with you. I think there's plenty niggas.
You about to go crazy. Now you about to go crazy.
All right, no, I get it. Cannabis.
You about to go crazy.
Who else?
If we wait. If we just talking rappers, Black Thought, I think is at least as good. Like Nas, I think Nas raps at least as good, if not better than Hove. Hove is a little bit more versatile.
I'm trying hard not to discredit any of these guys you name because I like all of these guys, but you're being very disrespectful right now.
I'm being disrespectful.
Truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense, but I just sold $3 million. I haven't been rhyming like common sense.
So what? Y'all, so what?
And look, and everybody you named are phenomenal rappers. Black Thought, 3000, one of my favorite rappers ever. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't Nas obviously, but I'm talking about all of the boxes. I think you just trying to say lyricism.
Van is saying
no. So when y'all
he could handle the ball better, he is a better dribbler, is what he's saying compared to somebody that has a game that could pass, shoot, rebound, dunk, play defense, do everything. Right. Yeah, I understand some people have a better handle. It don't make them a better basketball player.
Yeah, like that's where I'm going. That's because you can't. Because you know why, Van? You know why I know you full of shit.
But that's what I said.
You know why I know you full of shit. Recite a Black Thought verse for me right now.
Oh, go.
First, get a hold on. Rap. I know mad Black Thought verses. I'm not gonna rap on here.
So give me one.
I'm not gonna rap on here.
Give me one, bro.
Like, bro, I know mad Black Thought.
Because niggas like naming these lists. Nah, niggas like naming these lists and they get into the names that they supposed to say. But niggas don't really be banging that music, bro. You're not banging Black Thought, bro. Stop. You're not playing. When the last time you played a Black Thought record?
Well, I played the last shit he put out. But let me tell you this, though. Let me tell you about that.
When was the last time you played?
Hold on. Let me tell you about that, though.
Well, him and Sean.
So there's music. So there's music. So that doesn't always work, right? Because my most listened to song on my title, and yes, I use title because I support Black businesses, unlike the rest of you motherfucking.
First of all, Jack owns it now.
That's very true. That's very true. But let me tell you, the most played song on my title ever is "The Box" by Roddy Ricch, right? That's the most played song. So it's not nothing from Nas, it's not nothing from Jay. It's "The Box" by Roddy Ricch because that's an easy song to listen to when I'm writing. It's an easy song to listen to when I'm running, and it's a song that's in my brain. A lot of times, that lyrical, miracle, all super lyrical shit, you got to be in the mood to hear that, which is why Hove is a better rap artist than anyone. Because he can give you those bars on records that go to, that turn you up and shit. But my point about somebody like Black Thought or 3000 is like, the reality is, when you said rap, to me, that was a one category argument. If you say, who is the greatest rapper ever? Who has had the greatest rap career ever? Bar none, Jay-Z. But if you break it down, but that's because he checks all those boxes. But individual skill for skill, but if you just talk about lyrics, turn on the mic and let's rap. It's guys who can rap with Jay-Z.
Like, you just started a whole new conversation.
I never said that.
Whoa. But I said that though. Like when we first started this, I said if you're talking about who's the best rap artist, then it's Jay-Z. Jay-Z's the best rapper. But if we just talking about, if you say nobody raps better than Jay-Z, nobody raps like Jay-Z,
And what
it's
I
guys
said,
that rap as good as
checks
Jay-Z.
off every box when it comes to rapping. That's what I said. Nobody checks off every box the way Hov does.
You talk about like
It's impossible.
sales, great music.
No.
I'm never talking about sales. I'm never talking about sales.
So give me the.
I'm talking about flow. I'm talking about lyrics. I'm talking about charisma. I'm talking about presence on the track. I'm talking about cadence. I'm talking about entendres, double entendre. Like I'm talking about all of that, bro.
And on top of that, a category none of us ever really talk about, which makes Drake as good as he is and makes Hov as good as he is. We can understand what the fuck you're saying. It's the clear, like dictation. I can understand every word that you just said.
Right.
It's easy to listen to.
But anybody that we're talking about that's in this realm has that. Who doesn't have that? That would be in this realm.
You just said Black Thought, who I love. He says amazing shit, but the average listener is not catching anything Black Thought says.
God damn,
we're talking about music. You know, music is to be listened to, right?
Yeah, and I'm trying not to be disrespectful, but I'm not like a lot of Black Thought shit is not to me personally. This is music is subjective.
I love Black Thought.
It don't have a lot of like I'm not playing that shit all the time. Like when it drops and I hear it, I'm like, damn, I recognize his talent and his art. I'm like, damn, this nigga's incredible. But I'm not banging that shit all the time. Like it's not a lot of replay value in that with me. Like I listen to the freestyles he dropped, I listen to the album and the songs he dropped, and I'm always amazed at his ability.
Right.
But it's no replay value. It's like, where do I play that at? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I play it in the whip? Do I play it on the way to the gym or, in the crib, smoking? I just don't know.
Mad replay value for me, and a lot of solo Black Thought shit has a lot of replay value. I'm just saying when it comes to rapping,
I'm not saying all of it doesn't. I'm saying it's just not it's not as much as Jay. So I can't put that shit.
We undervalue because you said Andre 3000, right? Yeah. What's the number one thing about Andre 3000's complicated flow that makes him so great? You caught every last word. You caught every last word.
Every last word. Yeah, and
every word he says you understood. So why is that never a checklist when it comes to everyone that wants to debate this? Who's the best rapper? Shit, like, dog, understanding a rapper is super important.
Well, I think most of the rappers
that's what made Drake so. It's the difference between Drake and Wale when it comes to rapping.
Hey Van, fuck you.
We miss a lot of Wale shit. We catch every word.
I said I wasn't gonna talk about this bullshit.
But look, like this is what I'm saying about. So when I look at guys who are on the Mount Rushmore of just being able to rap, these are the things I look at. I look at, number one, obviously the content of what they're saying in their rhymes, like the creativity they're using to get their shit off. Obviously the quality of the songs, and then to me, the context of it, right? That's how I look at that stuff. That's why I feel Andre 3000. I just had lost my pops. Andre 3000 said, Andre 3000 in that Life of the Party, I can tell
verse of the year.
In that Life of the Party verse, right?
Verse of the year.
Andre 3000 is like when he says that, like if you're in heaven, you think they let you talk to your son. I'm like, shit. Like that is exactly how it feels to have lost a parent. Like that is 1000%. Like the first thing you think is, I'm never fucking talking to my dad again. How fucking wild is that? Like what the fuck is that about? And so rappers who have the ability to do that, to me, in a verse, like and be on top of that shit, that's a special skill. And I think there are some guys, and Jay could definitely do that. Jay has done that.
Okay, I was waiting. That's what I was waiting for you to say. Like, all right.
Whoa. Jay has definitely done that. Definitely done that time and time again. But there are guys that do that, to me, as good as Hov. I think Andre 3000 does. I think Nas does. You know what I mean? I think that there are guys up there that can do that thing just as good as Hov. Now, there are other things that Hov can do that they cannot do.
But you're kind of proving my point in saying that for everyone that does that, who could rap the fucking best, to me, content over rhyme scheme. Because you said a 3-word thing that Andre 3000 said, and that hit you way harder than any fucking wild metaphor like, oh my God. No. Rap is still music. It's still something that hits you. So people that can simplify things and say them the best way are still great lyricists to me. You don't have to be, just because you could fit 10,000 syllables into one line don't mean shit to me.
I'm not debating this no more, man. Fuck
Neither am I. This is some not get pussy conversation.
Y'all are crazy. y'all are crazy.
You know, at the end of the night, when no one's getting pussy, they just argue rap shit. That's
right. Like when we left the club
Exactly.
Nobody fucking got. And was like, "Hey man, this shit hard. Shit ain't hard."
When you leave,
50 right?
Because I gotta go anyway, so this is a good ending.
Hey, love y'all. Proud of everything y'all doing too, man. Good to see
Man,
y'all.
love, bro.
Doing y'all thing, bro. Always.
Love y'all. Appreciate you, Van. I'll see you
All
in
right.
LA when I'm cured.
All right, y'all.
All right.